Villisca, Iowa, June 1912. A family of 6, along with 2 young houseguests, are brutally murdered in their sleep using an axe, while the killer stays inside the house afterward, covering mirrors, and cooking a meal before disappearing into the night. Over a century later, the case remains one of America's oldest unsolved mass murders. On the night of June 9, 1912, Josiah and Sarah Moore returned home to Villisca, Iowa, after attending a church event with their 4 children. Also staying the night were 2 young friends of the Moore children, Lena and Ina Stillinger, who had come to spend the evening. By the next morning, all 8 of them were dead. A neighbor grew concerned when the family didn't emerge from the house by mid-morning and eventually went to check on them. What she discovered was one of the most horrifying crime scenes in American history. Every member of the household had been bludgeoned to death with an axe while they slept, including all 4 children and both young houseguests. Investigators found bizarre details at the scene that deepened the mystery. The killer had reportedly covered all the mirrors and glass surfaces in the house with clothing, seemingly to avoid seeing their own reflection. A plate of uneaten food was found on the kitchen table, suggesting the killer had stayed in the house for some time after the murders, possibly even preparing a meal. The murder weapon, the family's own axe, was left behind at the scene, wiped clean. The investigation that followed was chaotic and deeply flawed by modern standards. Numerous suspects were investigated over the years, including a traveling minister who had preached at the same church the family attended that night, a state senator who was later actually put on trial and acquitted, and a mysterious drifter seen in town around the time of the murders. Despite intense investigations, private detectives, and even a bloodhound brought in from Chicago to track scents, no one was ever convicted for the murders. Evidence handling was poor by today's standards, witnesses gave conflicting statements, and small-town politics reportedly influenced parts of the investigation. Today, the Villisca house has been restored and turned into a museum, allowing visitors to walk through the same rooms where the murders took place over a century ago. It has also become widely known for alleged paranormal activity, drawing both true crime enthusiasts and ghost hunters from around the country. To this day, the Villisca axe murders remain completely unsolved. No one was ever definitively identified as the killer, and the true motive behind one of the most brutal unsolved mass murders in American history remains a permanent mystery.